held you high when you're lonely, the guy you call when you're down. Remember when it was only me you'd want on the line, the one I trusted to know me, the one I kept in the light. And if I keep it repeating, maybe I believe I'm fine, maybe I believe I'm alright, maybe I believe I'm fine, maybe I believe I'm alright, maybe I believe I'm fine, maybe I believe I'm alright, maybe I believe I'm fine, maybe I believe I'm alright,
I'm going to talk to you about a topic that a lot of people refer to as desensitizing, but I actually don't really like to desensitize my horses. There's a big difference in the way I want to train my horses to cope with stressful situations, and I'm going to show you that today. The trouble I have with desensitizing is that it makes a horse dull for something. You actually train them to not respond to anything anymore. And the difference I want to teach in my horses is that in all times, in every situation, and especially when they're stressed, they know how to deal with those situations. And that's something that a good friend of mine taught me, and I'm really thankful for that, because it's so important to teach our horses that aspect, and it's so valuable for the rest of their lives. So I'm going to show you that a little bit. This is Charmeur. She's actually she's kind of young still. She's a warm blood, dressage warm blood, and she's really pretty. And I'm gonna do some demonstrating work with her today. In the beginning, obviously, before you start this, I would like to teach my horses a few basic steps in groundwork, so that they know what they could do to lower the stress by using particular movements. So this horse is a little bit familiar with this training, but it will show you the importance of it. Alright, so at first I'll touch her nose, and of course she already knows what there's coming, but so I can move up to the shoulder, and then I could touch her whole body, and I'll wait for her to find the relaxation. So in there, she lowered her head, she found a little bit of relaxation, and that's the response I need. It's our responsibility that they know what they need to do if there's a little bit fear, or if they're a little bit afraid, or if they're unsure about the situation. So I want to teach her that no matter what situation she's in, she's always in control, because she knows how to get herself in a relaxed position. And it's something that I've learned, and I'm really grateful for this, as long as you make sure that they continue to think. So I don't like to ever desensitize my horses, because it just teaches them not to think anymore. I always want to keep them to think about the right response and how they can be in control over a situation. So in here as well, I'll do the same thing. I'll wave a little bit. There you see she's getting a little bit worried. So I'll stick around and see where she finds that right response. Good. And find the right response. Then again, find the right response. And every time she finds it in that training process, I'll release her and reward it to get her feel confident about this relaxation when something worries her. Good. So it worries her a little bit. I'll just stick around there. There she finds it. And again, good. Now I'll try and see whether or not I can come up from behind, because that's something that obviously worries her. Good. And we'll work our way up there and see whether or not she could continue to handle it there. Also from behind. You're a really good girl. And this creates intelligent horses, because they know how to be in control over a situation instead of running off or bucking or kicking at it or doing whatever response we can get from them, which is undesired. But it's obvious that they do that, because when they're afraid, they just need to do whatever they need to do to survive. And I want them to have the feeling that they could, that the right response is to be relaxed and think about it, so that they're confident and in control. Good. All right, so we'll do both sides. And in this training process, you just want to make sure that, good, that you go over these steps. Make sure that she's feeling confident in this relaxation. Okay, we'll take another one, and I'll just go over this. I'll touch her, make sure, you're really sweet. Make sure I touch her everywhere I possibly could. Good. And I'll wait for her to find the right response. There, she's a little bit worried, and you saw her finding that relaxation. So in this training part, in this, good, it's just perfectly fine for her to be a little bit worried and then find that relaxation. Good. You're super sweet. Sometimes if you've got a horse that is a little bit more curious or not so afraid, you actually sometimes have to build up the pressure a little bit so that they know what they need to do if there's pressure, because that's the whole point of this training. Build up the pressure and let them find the right response. Then again, build up the pressure, build up the pressure, build up the pressure, and let them find the right response. So you see, she's sometimes getting a little bit worried, but that's exactly what we need to train her for. So there's no point in doing this and staying on the edge where she will always be perfectly fine, because she needs to know what she needs to do when she is getting stressed, because you can't protect her for everything in life. She will fear something, and you just need to prepare her. That's our job, and that's your job if you got a horse that you're training. You just have to prepare them for those situations. Good. So build up the pressure and release. Good. Again, build up the pressure. There, she's feeling stressed. Build up the pressure and release. Build it up a bit. There, she thinks that running off could be the best idea. So I'll just stay with her until she does find the right response. There. And this is the best thing of the training. She's a little bit worried, and she doesn't know what to do. She's going into old habits about taking off, running away. She's thinking about that. She's thinking that that's the best thing for her to do. Then I'll just stay with her until she finds the right response. So good. And that's something that's just so valuable for them for the rest of their lives. If they got this part working for them, then they are just in control when they get stressed. And no matter what kind of thing you run into in life, they know what to do when there's a stressful situation. And as I told you, that's our job to prepare them for them. All right, we'll do this side as well. First, I'll touch her a little bit. There, she's getting a bit spooked. Good. And every time she can find it again, because she's starting this in her training. Good. Good job, girl. Good. So you see, no matter what it is, she already knows that she is in control over something by just releasing by just letting go and lowering her head, letting go of the stress. This is something about my view on teaching them how to deal with stressful situations. She's super sweet. I hope you guys have something to work on, and this could be valuable for you and your work with your horses.